Good morning. Welcome to Breakfast with Kent. For Friday, May 7th, 2021, we're brought to you, as always, by the great people at Today's Dentistry. Dr. Mike O'Neill, the best dentist I've ever gone to, the only dentist I've gone to the last 27 years. Call him. Make an appointment. Do it today. Take control of your dental health once and for all. 317-849-2933. Let's talk about sports. Sometimes real life intrudes upon sports in a way that's very not only inconvenient, but tragic. Yesterday, we found out that Sam Ehlinger's brother, Jake, a linebacker at the University of Texas, where he was a teammate of his brother Sam, died. He was found dead in an apartment just off campus. Cause of death unknown. The death is not considered to be suspicious. Sam Ehlinger, of course, last weekend achieved a dream as he was drafted into the NFL as a quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts. Rookie minicamp scheduled to begin today for the Colts. Obviously, the death of Jake Ehlinger is going to interrupt that for Sam Ehlinger. Just awful. Jim Irsay offered his condolences, said that God has a plan, and certainly we hope that that's true. Our prayers for the Ehlinger family, who lost Sam and Jake's father as he ran in a triathlon or competed in a triathlon in 2013 of a heart attack. Sometimes real life sucks, doesn't it? As it does today for the Colts and for Sam Ehlinger. Rookie mini camp, like I said, this weekend. We'll be all over that as the Colts get ready to compete and try to get these guys ready, this rookie class, of which a lot is going to be expected. These guys are going to try to get ready to play in the season. 5 of these of the Colts draft picks have signed their contracts. Those include Kwity Paye, Dio Odango, safety Sean Davis, Mike Strawn, and Will Fries. Of course, Mike Strawn's name is spelled Strahan. You'd think that that'd be Strachan. It's not. It's Strawn, of course. Let's talk about the Pacers. Pacers last night shocked the Atlanta Hawks, shocked me, shocked everybody. You think that the wheels are coming off the cart and that this team is not capable of competing at a high level because of the discord on the team involving head coach Nate Bjorkgren, assistant coach Greg Foster, who was suspended for last night's game, Goga Bitadze, who was fined because of his role in an internal incident in a game the night before that has kind of riveted some attention on the Pacers that had not been present previously this season, kind of a lost season for the Indiana Pacers. The Pacers win last night, 133-126. Domas Sabonis, a near triple-double. Again, he had 38 and 9. How about Karis LeVert? 31 last night, 3 rebounds, 12 assists there, 31 and 35 with 6 games to play. It takes a little bit of pressure off. They're 4 games up on the Chicago Bulls as they try to solidify their place in that play-in kind of nonsensical thing that the NBA has come up with to allow more teams to compete in the playoffs. The Pacers are a half game over the Wizards, so they're in the 9th spot. If they stay in the 9th spot, then they will play the 10th-seeded Wizards in a 1-game deal. The loser's out, I think, and then the winner plays, I believe, the 8th seed. As the 7th seed and the 8th seed play, the winner of that game is going to be the 7th seed. The loser of that game is going to play the winner of the 9th and the 10th seed to try to secure the 8th seed. It's very convoluted, very ridiculous, and virtually pointless. I don't know what people are thinking in putting this thing together, but what the hell? If it gets the Pacers into the postseason, all is good, right? Nate Bjorkgren, Jay Michael was on with JMV yesterday on 107.5 The Fan talking about the Pacers and what he has known for a while about the, like I said, the discord within that team regarding Nate Bjorkgren, who is a micromanager, evidently, according to reports. And you can't micromanage basketball. I think John Wooden had it right. you teach a game in practice, and then you let the guys play during the games. If you're going to orchestrate, if you're going to choreograph basketball for guys in the NBA, I don't think that works. I don't think that is a righteous way to coach, and I don't think it's a righteous way to play basketball. I just don't think it works. Speaking of that, I think that Mike Woodson's got it right. A long interview with Mike Woodson that A.J. Guyton did as part of a podcast that he does. Really, really interesting. Mike Woodson is a guy, as you listen to him, who's very, very confident in himself, understands who he is, understands what he believes the role of a college basketball coach is, and what a basketball coach is, period. I think Mike Woodson has always gotten kind of short shrift as an NBA head coach. When he was the coach of the Atlanta Hawks for 6 years, the Hawks posted a better record every single year he was a head coach. And still, because they foundered in that last season, the sixth season, foundered in the playoffs, he got fired. I think that that's ludicrous. I think that it's a little bit reminiscent, and this was with the Hawks, current Hawks coach Nate McMillan with the Pacers. Nate was a guy who coached up teams to win in the regular season at a high level, and because his teams weren't terribly talented, they didn't fare well in the postseason. He got the most out of his teams in the regular season. I think he got fired because he coached so well in the regular season, there were expectations for the postseason that his teams could not meet. I think that the same thing happened with Woodson. I think he's going to go down to Bloomington, and is down in Bloomington, and doing a really good job of setting expectations. Here it is. Honestly, here's what we need from you. And he is going to expect that is what's delivered. And for players who don't deliver that, I think that there won't be fun of any kind in Bloomington. But if you deliver upon the expectations, I believe that the guys in Bloomington are going to have a great time playing the game. And I think they're going to be allowed the freedom to play the game, as I think should exist in the NBA. The orchestration of basketball, I think, is really a negative evolution of the game over the last few years, where coaches think that they've got to have everything run exactly the way they want it to run, or all is lost. I just think that that's a terrible philosophy. We do this all the time, right? We talk about the similarities between music and basketball, and I think that there's a great similarity here between music and basketball. I think that you've got to play within the parameters of the song, always. But you've got to allow for some improvisation within the song. Within the framework of the song, you've got to allow for a little bit of creativity. And I think you need to do that with basketball, and you need to let players play. Coach in practice, allow in games. I think that's it. And then late in the game, draw something up that guys know how to run and make a difference in the game strategically in that way. I think that if you just choreograph, I think you lose the flavor of the game, and I think you extract the joy from the game for the players. And that's no good, especially in the NBA, where during a normal regular season, you play 82 games. This regular season, you're playing 72, and nothing is normal. Guys are getting tested every day. COVID is kind of preying upon the fun that can be had playing basketball. And I know that these guys, in a lot of cases, they make $18 million a year and up, kind of for veteran starters, $18 million sort of the floor. And then you move up to the, $40 and $45 million a year guys, and you think, isn't that enough? Well, it's really not. You got to go play basketball and enjoy playing basketball. And that's where I think the greatness of basketball lies. Not in the choreographing of the game, but in the beauty and creativity of the game, as well as the execution of the game. And I think that Mike Woodson is going to get that at a high level, and Indiana is going to succeed in basketball in large part because of the adherence to that philosophy that Woodson has. Bob Knight gets a lot of criticism for the way he coached basketball. I don't know why. I understand the other stuff. The behavioral stuff I totally get. But as a basketball coach, Bob Knight would kind of sit down and watch guys play and then make corrections periodically. Not a micromanager. not a guy who demanded that people go from point A to point B, set a screen, roll here. It wasn't like that. There weren't a lot of sets. He ran motion. You were allowed to create within the motion. And that was, I think, Bob Knight's greatness, was in teaching the game and then allowing players to exhibit what they had been taught. That's basketball to me. Let's celebrate some birthdays, shall we? Kind of a down morning. Sam Ehlinger, I didn't really know a lot about, other than as a football player until he was drafted by the Colts 6 days ago, right? But now that his brother has passed, we feel for him because he's sort of a member of our community, even though he's only been a member of our community for 6 days. But a sad day for him, the Colts family, his family certainly. Birthdays being celebrated today: Terry Clayton, Ryan Doyle, Heidi Dilger celebrating a birthday, the great Valerie Carrier, Dave Gorin, and Kelly Jennings Grace, who at some point is going to be the mayor of Norman, Oklahoma. That's just the way it is. People in Norman, you got no idea, but she's going to be your mayor, and that's the way it's going to be, and you're going to be happy that it happened. All right, a little bit later today, if today's your birthday, you celebrate like hell. If it's not your birthday, you celebrate somebody else. That's best done with an honest and specific compliment. Later today, Inside Indiana Sports Now. We'll do it then, and we'll talk about sports. Colts rookie minicamp ongoing on West 56th Street. We'll talk about it about 3 o'clock this afternoon.